Despite their polished images on screen, some Hollywood stars conceal darker tendencies that reveal a different side of their personality. Behind the fame and admiration, certain actors have shown signs of manipulative behavior, lack of empathy, or inability to form genuine emotional connections. In this list, we examine 25 well-known celebrities whose actions or traits suggest they may be sociopaths. From evidence of reckless decision-making to troubling incidents involving others, these stars' lives include stories that raise questions about their true nature. Their public personas often hide a pattern of deception, self-centeredness, or indifference to the feelings of others. Sometimes, their careers have experienced controversies directly linked to these behaviors, casting doubt on the image they project. As we explore each individual, we focus on key incidents and traits that contribute to the perception of sociopathy, offering insights into how fame can mask more troubling personalities. These stories remind us that behind the glamour, some celebrities may carry a darker core that is not immediately visible. Despite his fame and success as an actor, Shia LaBeouf's life has been marked by struggles that often overshadow his work. He gained fame for his roles in blockbuster films like Transformers, and for his poignant performance in Honey Boy. However, behind the scenes, his behavior has sometimes been described as unpredictable and disruptive. Reports from sets reveal that he has had conflicts with directors and co-stars, often working in ways that upset the usual flow of production. His attitude on set has been seen as erratic, and at times, his actions have caused delays or complications during filming. Beyond his professional environment, LaBeouf has faced serious allegations from former partners. These allegations include emotional and physical abuse, suggesting a person who is battling internal troubles. These accusations have been widely covered by the media and have contributed to a public image of someone dealing with personal demons. Furthermore, LaBeouf has expressed his struggles through his art, creating performance pieces that seem to showcase his inner conflicts and personal pain. His journey shows how difficult it can be for a star to manage the pressure of Hollywood while fighting personal battles. His personal issues have often intertwined with his professional life, making him a complex figure in the entertainment world. All of this highlights the challenges some actors face in maintaining their personal well-being amid fame and public scrutiny. Although Tobey Maguire is best known for his role as Spider-Man in Sam Raimi's famous trilogy and has gained admiration as the everyman hero, there are reports that suggest a different side to his personality outside of the camera. Some people who have been around him say he can be difficult and unkind. There was an incident where he is said to have humiliated a waitress during a high-stakes poker game, which many see as a sign that he lacks empathy and respect when he is not in the public eye. In addition, Maguire is reported to have unusual demands on movie sets. He has asked for special treatment such as different food options and personalized accommodations that are not common for other actors. These requests have reportedly caused disagreements and frustration among the crew and fellow cast members. This behavior is very different from his friendly, heroic image on screen, showing that he may have trouble connecting his private actions with the image he presents in movies. Such reports have led some to believe that there is a concerning gap between who he appears to be publicly and how he acts privately. These stories contribute to a broader discussion about well-known stars and their true personalities behind the scenes. Overall, while Maguire's on-screen success has made him a beloved figure for many fans, these reports suggest a more complicated and darker side that some associate with sociopathic traits. Despite his fame and success as an actor known for his iconic roles in movies like Pirates of the Caribbean and Edward Scissorhands, Johnny Depp's personal life has sometimes overshadowed his career. Over the years, Depp has faced serious accusations of domestic violence, which have made headlines around the world. His legal battles with his ex-partner Amber Heard have been highly publicized and have divided people's opinions about him. Some see him as a victim, while others believe he is guilty of the accusations made against him. Besides these legal issues, many reports describe Depp as unpredictable and sometimes erratic, both during filming and in his personal life. This behavior has caused problems on movie sets, leading to difficult relationships with directors, co-stars, and studio executives. These issues have affected his reputation and the way audiences see him, making it challenging to separate his artistry from his personal actions. The controversies and allegations have become a significant part of his story, often taking attention away from his acting skills and the characters he has brought to life on screen. As a result, Johnny Depp's case shows how personal conduct can deeply influence a celebrity's professional life and it raises questions about the thin line between fame, personal life, and public perception. His experiences reflect the complex reality of Hollywood stars, where talent and personal controversies can collide, often shaping the course of a career in ways that are not always predictable. While Peter Sellers was widely celebrated for his exceptional talent and the unforgettable characters he brought to life, his personal life was filled with complexity and mystery. Despite his bright on-screen presence, Sellers often behaved unpredictably off-camera, sometimes showing erratic tendencies that puzzled those around him. He had a deep and personal attachment to his mother, who was no longer alive, and he kept a shrine dedicated to her, which reveals an emotional struggle that may have influenced his actions and personality. Sellers was known to be reclusive, choosing to avoid direct contact with directors and instead communicating through agents or intermediaries, which created tension and made working with him difficult at times. His methods of working were unconventional, and his unpredictable behavior often challenged his colleagues. Yet his extraordinary skill in creating unique characters and timing in comedy made him one of the most influential actors in Hollywood. His life was a story of contrasts, a man whose personal issues and emotional depth played out behind a charming and talented facade, leaving a lasting legacy in the world of film that also hints at darker, underlying struggles. Many people remember O.J. Simpson as a talented football player and actor, but his life was also filled with controversy and legal trouble. He was once a star in the National Football League, where he gained fame for his speed and skill on the field, becoming one of the best running backs in the history of the sport. After retiring from football, he also worked as an actor, appearing in movies and television shows, which made him well known to many fans. However, Simpson's reputation changed dramatically when he was accused of a serious crime, the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ronald Goldman. This trial became one of the most famous in American history because it involved a celebrity accused of violence, and it raised questions about race, wealth, justice, and celebrity influence. The court trial lasted many months and ended with Simpson being found not guilty, which many people debated for years. Later, in a civil suit, he was found responsible for the wrongful deaths and had to pay damages. During this time, Simpson published a book in which he wrote about how he might have committed the murders, which shocked many and added to the suspicions surrounding his character. His legal problems did not end there, as he faced more personal and financial issues after the trial. These events have left a lasting mark on his legacy, blending his athletic and entertainment achievements with a criminal case that drew worldwide attention. His story is often discussed when talking about the darker side of fame and the influence of celebrity in the justice system. Although Mickey Rooney was once celebrated as America's favorite child star, his life off the screen was filled with many challenges. He had a career that lasted more than 90 years, showcasing his talent and energy in many movies and shows. People admired his ability to adapt to different roles and his lively performances. Despite this, those who worked closely with him often described him as rude, pushy, and manipulative. His relationships and personal life were tumultuous, with several failed marriages and difficult romantic relationships that reflected his inner struggles. Financial problems also haunted him, causing periods of instability and even bankruptcy, which added to his troubles. To make things worse, Rooney fought battles with alcohol and drugs, and his substance abuse issues became public and damaged his reputation. These problems overshadowed his achievements in the entertainment world and cast a shadow on his legacy. His story shows that even the most talented stars can face deep personal problems, and these struggles sometimes define their lives more than their accomplishments. Despite everything, his work remains a part of Hollywood history, but his personal life highlights the complex nature of fame and the difficulties that can come with it. Katherine Heigl, widely recognized for her portrayal of Dr. Izzy Stevens on the popular television series Grey's Anatomy, has enjoyed a highly successful acting career, earning several accolades along the way. However, her reputation in Hollywood has been a subject of controversy due to her outspoken nature and willingness to voice strong opinions. Despite her popularity on Grey's Anatomy, Heigl has publicly expressed dissatisfaction with certain aspects of the show. She was particularly critical of the writing and some of her character storylines, which led to her decision to leave the show after the 6th season. Heigl's outspoken nature extended beyond her work on the series. One of the most talked about incidents was when she refused to accept an Emmy nomination for her role in Grey's Anatomy. She publicly stated that she did not feel the writing was strong enough to merit a nomination, pointing out her belief that award shows were too competitive and not always fair. This decision to reject a nomination based on her principles, while bold, further fueled her reputation as a person unafraid to stand by her beliefs, even if it meant alienating herself from the industry. While Hagel's candor has earned her praise from some who admire her authenticity, it has also resulted in her being labeled as difficult to work with by others. Her willingness to speak out against projects she was involved in, coupled with her strong-willed nature, has impacted her relationships within Hollywood. She became known for being uncompromising and at times challenging to collaborate with. This has affected the trajectory of her career, making it difficult for her to secure leading roles in major projects after her success on Grey's Anatomy. Nonetheless, Heigl's acting talent remains undeniable, and she continues to be a recognizable figure in the entertainment industry. Despite his success as an actor, Tom Cruise has often attracted attention beyond his performances on screen. He is known for his roles in blockbuster films, especially the Mission Impossible series, where he has become a symbol of excitement and action. However, his off-screen life paints a different picture. Cruise is very dedicated to his work and has a charismatic presence that draws many fans. Still, he is also deeply involved in the Church of Scientology, which has sparked controversy. During public appearances, he sometimes behaves in ways that seem unusual or unorthodox, especially when speaking passionately about Scientology. His outspoken speeches and confrontational style with the media have led some people to wonder if his public charm is genuine, or if it masks something more calculated. His high-profile relationships and marriages, which ended in divorce and drew media attention, add to the complexity of his public image. These issues make some fans question whether his charismatic exterior hides a different side of his personality. Throughout his career, Cruise's actions and beliefs have prompted discussions about his true character and authenticity, leading some to suggest that he might possess traits associated with sociopathy, a personality style characterized by manipulation and lack of genuine emotion. Yet, despite these controversies, his professional achievements continue to be celebrated worldwide, creating a confusing image where success, personal belief, and complex behavior coexist. While Milton Berle, often called Uncle Milty, is remembered as a pioneer of American television and a key figure in shaping early TV comedy, his legacy is complicated. He became very popular with viewers because of his humor and charming personality, which made him a beloved entertainer of his time. However, behind the scenes, his behavior was very different. Many people who worked with him found him difficult and hard to get along with. During his time hosting Saturday Night Live, his behavior caused problems for the cast and crew. He would make inappropriate remarks and act disruptively, which created tension and frustration on set. Berle also wanted to control how the show was run and resisted working with others to make it better. This attitude made it hard for the team to work smoothly and often caused conflicts that affected the show's success. Despite his fame and popularity, his reputation for being contentious off-screen leaves a complicated legacy. Some remember him as a brilliant comedian and TV pioneer, but others see him as someone whose difficult personality made working with him a challenge. His story shows how a person's public success can sometimes mask a troubled behind-the-scenes reputation. The mix of admiration for his groundbreaking work and the criticism of his difficult behavior creates a complex picture of Milton Berle's life and career. His influence on television remains significant, but his personal interactions remind us that commercial success does not always equate to easy relationships and teamwork. His story highlights the importance of understanding the person behind the fame and the challenges that can come with being a star. Although Mike Myers is widely recognized for his comedic talent and has made a significant mark on Hollywood through his roles in Saturday Night Live, the Austin Powers series, and the animated film Shrek, there is a darker side to his personality that has been reported. He is known to sometimes behave like a diva on set, which means he can be difficult to work with at times. For example, during the making of Shrek, Myers was very particular about how his character sounded. He insisted on having a Scottish accent, which led to many extra takes and longer filming days. This caused frustration for directors and other actors who just wanted to finish the project smoothly. His focus on perfecting every detail of his performance often slowed down the production process. While his dedication helps create memorable characters and high-quality work, it can also cause problems because it creates tension and delays. Myers' behavior shows that even successful actors can sometimes struggle with balancing their creative ideas and working with others. His insistence on strict control over his parts of the film highlights how personal standards can interfere with the teamwork needed in Hollywood filmmaking. Despite these issues, his impact on comedy and popular culture remains strong, but his reputation as a perfectionist adds a complex layer to his career. Despite his incredible talent and innovation, Orson Welles was known for having a difficult personality that sometimes seemed to mask deeper issues. He was a visionary who changed Hollywood with his film Citizen Kane, yet he often clashed with others in the industry. Welles was famous for his sharp tongue and did not shy away from criticizing his peers publicly, calling some actors and directors either dull or full of themselves. This harsh attitude often made working with him challenging. His relentless desire for artistic control made him stand against the studios who wanted to manage his projects. As a result, many of his ideas and films were delayed, canceled, or never completed because of conflicts over money and creative freedom. Behind all this, Welles had a complex personality. He showed kindness at times, especially toward Marilyn Monroe, whom he admired and helped during her career. Yet, his personal life was full of upheaval, with intense feelings and conflicts that seemed to reflect the same intense drive he had for his films. This mix of brilliance, arrogance, and emotional turmoil has led some to believe that Welles displayed traits of a sociopath, especially in how he treated others and handled his disputes. His life was marked by extraordinary achievements, difficult relationships, and a constant struggle for artistic independence, leaving a lasting mark on Hollywood history. Despite being celebrated as one of Hollywood's most talented actors, Kirk Douglas was known for more than just his performances. He had a reputation for being a difficult and controlling figure behind the scenes. Many colleagues described him as domineering and demanding, often pushing for perfection but at a cost to those around him. He was known to fire directors if things did not go his way, and frequently clashed with co-stars. One well-known conflict was with Burt Lancaster during the filming of the movie Gunfight at the OK Corral, where tensions were high and disagreements intense. These conflicts showed a side of Douglas that contrasted sharply with his on-screen hero image. After his death, serious allegations surfaced claiming that he sexually assaulted Natalie Wood when she was only 15 years old. These accusations shocked many people and led to a re-examination of his legacy, raising questions about his character and the abuse of power he may have wielded. The controversy sparked widespread discussion about the darker aspects of Hollywood and the behavior of powerful figures within the industry. Many now see him not only as a talented actor, but also as a figure whose actions behind the scenes have left a complicated and controversial legacy. Despite achieving fame through his acting, directing, and writing, James Franco's personal life has been marred by controversy. He has built a reputation for acting in well-known films like 127 Hours and Pineapple Express, which earned him critical praise. However, behind the scenes, there are serious allegations against him. Multiple accusations have been made about inappropriate behavior, including misconduct with students at UCLA, where he once taught. These allegations suggest that he may have used his influence to manipulate or take advantage of young actors and colleagues. Such accusations have led to legal issues and damaged his reputation, stirring up important conversations about the misuse of power and the importance of consent in the entertainment industry. Franco's case shows how difficult it can be to separate a person's artistic accomplishments from their personal conduct. It also highlights the broader problem of misconduct by powerful figures in Hollywood and the need for accountability. His story is a reminder of the issues of influence, responsibility, and the importance of protecting vulnerable individuals from abuse. The controversy continues to affect how people view his career and legacy, raising questions about trust and the behavior of celebrities in positions of authority. Because she gained fame through her memorable roles in Cheers and the Look Who's Talking movies, Kirstie Alley became a well-known actress with awards like an Emmy and a Golden Globe. However, her career has also been marked by controversy. She is known for her outspoken personality, which has caused difficulties in her relationships with some friends and colleagues. Many who once trusted her decided to leave her circle, especially because of her strong involvement with the Church of Scientology. This church is often a topic of debate and criticism, and her association with it has affected how people see her. Furthermore, her comments on delicate subjects such as mental health and celebrity culture sometimes upset others in Hollywood, leading to further distancing from peers and causing public debates. Her honesty and strong beliefs have influenced her career, making her a controversial figure to some and affecting her opportunities in the entertainment industry. These challenges show how being sincere about personal beliefs and opinions can sometimes create problems, especially in the competitive world of Hollywood, where public image matters a lot. Despite her success, Allie's openness has brought both attention and criticism, illustrating the complex relationship between fame, personal beliefs, and public perception. Since the video titled 25 Hollywood Stars That Are Actually Sociopaths aims to highlight certain controversial traits or behaviors, it is worth examining Jared Leto's background through the lens of these claims. Jared Leto, an acclaimed actor and musician, is well known for his intense dedication to his craft. His method acting approach involves immersing himself deeply into his roles, often going to great lengths to embody complex characters. This commitment has earned him critical praise and a dedicated fan base that admires his passion for his art. However, some of Leto's behaviors have raised questions about his personality and social interactions. For example, during filming of certain projects, he reportedly sent inappropriate gifts to his co-stars, which made some colleagues uncomfortable and created tense working environments. His devotion to his roles sometimes appears to cross boundaries, leading critics to wonder about his ability to maintain professional relationships. Moreover, Leto's interactions with fans have sometimes been scrutinized, as there are instances where he has been accused of fostering a cult-like following. This has fueled discussions about whether his behavior reveals a lack of empathy or concern for others, traits that are often associated with sociopathic tendencies. These controversies contribute to the debate over whether his intense persona and actions reflect underlying personality traits that could suggest sociopathy. As with many public figures, it remains difficult to determine the true nature of his personality based solely on outward actions, but his behaviors certainly continue to spark discussion and speculation about his psychological profile. Despite her impressive talent as a singer, Christina Aguilera's offstage behavior has drawn attention and controversy. She is known for her powerful voice and hit songs like Genie in a Bottle and Beautiful, which made her a pop icon. However, behind the scenes, there have been reports of conflicts with other celebrities. Sometimes she has clashed over creative ideas or personal differences, which has brought her into the news for disagreements and arguments. People have also said that she can be difficult to work with during recording sessions and live shows. Some claim she is demanding and expects things to go her way, which has made her reputation more complex. These incidents have challenged her image as an approachable and friendly star, revealing a side of her personality that is sometimes contentious. Even with these issues, her talent and influence in music stay strong, showing that her career includes many different facets. Her personal interactions highlight how fame can bring both admiration and scrutiny. Many fans continue to admire her music, despite the challenges she has faced off stage. Her story reminds us that being a star involves more than just talent. It also involves navigating complex personal and professional relationships. In the end, her impact on pop music remains significant, even as her personality sometimes sparks debate and discussion about her character. Despite being a highly talented artist recognized for his powerful voice and energetic performances, Chris Brown's personal life has often overshadowed his musical achievements. His reputation was heavily affected by a violent incident in 2009, when he physically assaulted his then-girlfriend, singer Rihanna. This event was widely reported and caused a great deal of media attention, leading to legal actions against him and sparking a broader discussion about domestic violence and the responsibilities of celebrities. Over the years, Brown has faced multiple allegations of violence and has been involved in various legal issues, which have kept his name in the headlines. Despite these challenges, he continues to release albums and perform, maintaining a loyal fan base that appreciates his musical talents. However, critics and the public often question whether he has taken full responsibility for his actions, as he has been involved in other altercations and legal troubles. Some view his repeated behaviors as a pattern that raises concerns about accountability and the influence of fame on personal conduct. Nevertheless, Chris Brown remains an influential figure in the music world, and his story is often discussed in conversations about celebrity behavior and the challenges of redemption. His life demonstrates how success in the entertainment industry can coexist with personal controversies, and how the public's perception of celebrities can be affected by their actions both on and off stage. Without hesitation, William Shatner's career as an actor has been marked by both fame and controversy. Known worldwide for his role as Captain James T. Kirk in the Star Trek series, he became a household name and a symbol of science fiction excellence. However, behind his charismatic on-screen presence, there have been reports suggesting a different side of Shatner. Some colleagues and fans have nicknamed him Captain Jerk because of his reputation for being demanding and difficult on set. Tales of him being dismissive or challenging to work with have circulated, creating a contrast between his warm, heroic character and his off-screen behavior. Despite his success, these behaviors have led to conflicts with co-stars and a mixed public perception. This mix of admiration and criticism illustrates how a person's personal conduct can sometimes overshadow their professional achievements, especially in the entertainment industry, where collaboration is key. Critics argue that Shatner's ego may have contributed to his reputation, as he often appeared self-assured and firm during production meetings and interviews. Nevertheless, he remains an iconic figure in Hollywood, and his roles have inspired many. Yet, his reputation as Captain Jerk raises questions about the true nature of his personality, and whether the demands of fame and work pressure influenced his behavior. It is a reminder of how complex a person's character can be, and how traits that serve some aspects of success can sometimes create barriers in others. Regardless of these reports, Shatner's lasting influence in pop culture remains undeniable. His acting in Star Trek has cemented his place in history, even if his off-screen reputation has caused some to see a different side of him. His story reflects the challenges that come with fame, the importance of professionalism, and the sometimes blurred line between a person's on-screen persona and their real-life personality. The debates about his character continue, but his contributions to entertainment are undeniably significant. Despite his fame and popularity, Errol Flynn's life outside the camera was filled with controversy and scandal. Known for his daring roles in Hollywood's golden age, Flynn's personality matched the adventurous spirit of his characters. He was charismatic on screen, but off-screen, he often engaged in a lifestyle that drew public attention and media coverage. His personal life was marked by excessive partying, which many say contributed to his reputation as a troublemaker. Flynn was married several times, and his relationships often ended in tumult, adding to public interest in his private affairs. Along with this, he faced serious accusations, including allegations of assault, which damaged his reputation and led to legal disputes. These scandals seemed to follow him, making him a figure who thrived on drama and controversy. His life was as unpredictable and dramatic as the characters he played, creating a complex legacy that includes both admiration for his talent and criticism for his behavior. All these elements combined to make Errol Flynn a legendary actor whose story was just as fascinating outside the film set as it was in front of the camera. His life story reminds us that even stars with glamorous images can have dark and complicated personal lives that influence how they are remembered. Although Bing Crosby is remembered as a beloved singer, an actor who brought joy to millions with his warm baritone voice and charming screen presence, there was a notable difference between his public image and his private life. Many people saw him as the epitome of a caring and devoted family man, someone who was kind and friendly in his movies and public appearances. However, behind the scenes, Crosby's relationships with his children were quite strained. His children often described him as emotionally distant and sometimes absent from their lives. This lack of closeness and warmth suggested that he was not as caring in his personal life as he appeared to be in public. Despite his great success and the adoration of his fans, his family life was marked by tension and disconnection. The difference between the persona he projected to the world and the reality of his family relationships reveals a complex side of his personality. It shows how a person can seem perfect on the outside, but face struggles and difficulties in private. Bing Crosby's story reminds us that sometimes the images we see do not always tell the full story of a person's true character and personal challenges. Following the widely known role of Candace Cameron Bure as DJ Tanner on the popular television series Full House, she has sustained a notable career in the entertainment industry. Besides acting, she has also established herself as an author, sharing her thoughts and beliefs through various publications. Despite her success and positive on-screen persona, her off-screen life has been marked by some controversies that attracted significant attention. For example, at a public premiere, she was involved in an incident where she dismissed young fan Jojo Siwa in a way that many people found rude and dismissive. This event led to sharp criticism from fans and media alike, raising questions about her attitude toward her fans and her behavior in public. Moreover, Bure has made outspoken remarks about traditional family values and societal norms, which have sparked heated debates. Some supporters see her as a voice for moral standards, while others criticize her for lacking sensitivity or appearing judgmental. These incidents have contributed to a more complicated public image for Candace Cameron Bure, showing a side of her that contrasts with her wholesome characters on television. Discussions about her personal beliefs and how celebrities should behave in public have intensified because of her statements and actions. Her experiences demonstrate the challenges celebrities face when their personal ideals clash with the expectations of fans and the broader public. This ongoing tension adds depth to the conversation about the responsibilities and pressures faced by public figures. Overall, her story reflects how a person can be viewed differently depending on the context and the perspectives of those observing her actions. Such complexities make her a notable figure in Hollywood, where the line between image and reality often becomes blurred. Although Sandra Bullock is widely admired for her acting talent and her achievements in films like Gravity and The Blind Side, some industry insiders have raised questions about her behavior off-screen. Despite her popularity and the love she receives from fans around the world, there are reports suggesting she can be unkind or difficult at times during her work. These reports come from people who have worked with her and describe her as not always easy to handle or friendly. This contrast has led to conversations about how challenging it can be for actors to balance their public image with their true personality. Some believe the pressures of fame may influence how a person acts behind the scenes. Others see it as part of the complex nature of Hollywood, where maintaining a successful career often requires managing many different relationships and expectations. Bullock's story shows how complicated it can be to stay genuine while also being a top star in an industry that values image and performance. Despite her talents and accomplishments, her experiences remind us that behind the glamorous mask, there can be challenges and hidden struggles that even the most loved celebrities face regularly. Despite her acclaimed talent and many awards, Faye Dunaway has a reputation that has often overshadowed her achievements. Known for her intense performances in iconic films like Chinatown and Network, she was admired for her powerful presence on screen. However, behind the scenes, reports describe her as aggressively assertive and difficult to work with. Colleagues have spoken about her behavior on set, noting that she sometimes became physically confrontational. There are accounts of her hitting coworkers and throwing objects during heated or stressful scenes. One of the most notable incidents took place during the filming of Chinatown, where she reportedly hit actress Ellen Burstyn in a moment of frustration. She also threw a cup of liquid at director Roman Polanski, which demonstrated her volatile temperament. These actions made her known as a challenging person to work with, causing tension within productions and affecting her professional relationships. Her reputation for being difficult has cast a shadow over her career, even as she remains a well-respected figure in Hollywood. Her behavior during filming reflects a pattern of aggression and unpredictability that has led some to suggest she may have traits associated with sociopathy. Despite her talent and fame, her temperament has left a complex legacy in the world of film. Although Patrick Dempsey is widely loved for his charming role as Dr. Derek McDreamy Shepherd on the popular television series Grey's Anatomy, there are aspects of his personality that some may find surprising. He gained a strong fan following because of his appealing on-screen presence and dedication to acting. Nevertheless, reports suggest that his professional attitude sometimes did not match his friendly image. Behind the scenes, there have been stories about his demanding behavior on set. It is said that he requested specific conditions while working, which occasionally caused disagreements with the production crew. These disagreements created tension among colleagues and made working relationships more difficult. Lieutenant, such issues reportedly played a role in his decision to leave the show. The situation highlights how even actors who appear charming and easygoing on screen can face challenges in maintaining a smooth working environment. Despite his popularity and talent, managing professional relationships in the entertainment industry can be complex. Fans often see only the final product and may not realize the difficulties and conflicts actors sometimes experience behind the scenes. Ultimately, Patrick Dempsey's story reminds us that successful careers do not always come without their conflicts, and that maintaining harmony in a busy, high-pressure setting is a challenge many face. Furthermore, it is believed that Henry Fonda's public image as a kind, caring family man contrasted sharply with his private life marked by conflicts and emotional distance. Despite earning admiration for his powerful acting and his ability to portray moral integrity on screen, behind the scenes he experienced struggles that sometimes led to strained relationships with his children and former spouses. This disconnect shows that even those we hold in high esteem can face personal battles that are hidden from the public eye. Fonda's career was marked by decades of dedication to his craft, earning him respect and admiration. Yet his personal life reveals a different story, one of hardship and emotional complexity. His life exemplifies how fame and success can mask inner difficulties, and how public figures can have personal challenges that are not immediately visible. As a result, Henry Fonda's story reminds us that behind the fame and revered roles, there can be inner conflicts and contradictions that shape a person's true experience. His life reflects the idea that no matter how admired someone seems on screen, they can still face personal struggles that are deeply private. This contrast between his professional reputation and personal reality highlights the layered nature of human life, showing that even the most iconic stars are imperfect and face challenges just like anyone else. After examining the lives and behaviors of these 25 Hollywood stars, it becomes clear that fame can sometimes hide a more troubling side of a person's personality. Many of these celebrities have displayed patterns of manipulation, selfishness, or indifference to others, which are characteristic of sociopathic traits. Their actions often involve reckless decisions, a lack of genuine empathy, and a tendency to deceive or use others for personal gain. While they may appear charming and talented publicly, their private lives sometimes reveal a different reality, marked by controversy and questionable morals. These stories show that success and popularity do not necessarily reflect inner kindness or emotional stability. Instead, some individuals in the spotlight may struggle with darker tendencies that they conceal behind their perfect images. By understanding these behaviors, viewers can see that fame does not guarantee moral integrity, and that some celebrities might have a more complex, less admirable side. Considering this, we recognize the importance of looking beyond appearances and being aware of the signs that might hint at deeper issues. Such insights encourage us to question the true nature of those we admire, and to remember that everyone has layers that are not always visible on the surface.